Hello and welcome to Today in History for January 31st. I'm Michael Powell. Today's episode may have been the beginning of the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States. On January 31st of 1950, United States President Harry S. Truman publicly announced his decision to support the development of a hydrogen bomb, a weapon that was theorized to be hundreds of times more powerful than the atomic bombs dropped on Japan during World War II. 5 months earlier, the United States had lost its nuclear supremacy when the Soviet Union successfully detonated an atomic bomb at their test site in Kazakhstan. Then, several weeks after that, British and U.S. intelligence came to the staggering conclusion that German-born Klaus Fuchs, a top-ranking scientist in the U.S. nuclear program, was a spy for the Soviet Union. These two events and the fact that the Soviets now knew everything that the Americans did about how to build a hydrogen bomb led Truman to approve the massive funding for the superpower race to compete for the world's first superbomb, as he described it in his public announcement on January 31st. On November 1st of 1952, the United States successfully detonated Mike, the world's first hydrogen bomb, on the Pacific Marshall Islands. The 10.4 megaton thermonuclear device, built upon Teller-Ulam principles of staged radiation implosion, instantly vaporized an entire island and left behind a crater more than a mile wide. The incredible explosive force of Mike was also apparent from the sheer magnitude of its mushroom cloud. Within 90 seconds, the mushroom cloud climbed to 57,000 feet and entered the stratosphere. 1 minute later, it reached 108,000 feet, eventually stabilizing at a ceiling of 120,000 feet. Half an hour after the test, the mushroom stretched 60 miles across, with the base of the head joining the stem at 45,000 feet. 3 years later, on November 22, 1955, the Soviet Union detonated its first hydrogen bomb on the same principle of radiation implosion. Both superpowers were now in possession of the Hell Bomb, as it was known by many Americans, and the world lived under the threat of thermonuclear war for the first time in history. And that well could have been the beginning of the Cold War between the United States and Russia. For Today in History, I'm Michael Powell. Join me again tomorrow and see what that date brings to mind. Till then, watch this.